Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome here to Long Beach, New York, the site of our second semifinal in the NECHL playoffs here on LI Sports Network. It's a matchup featuring the 2 seed and the 3 seed. It's Canisius versus Rochester Institute of Technology, with Travis Quigley on color. I'm Brady Campbell, Gabe Takuri, and Sam Musnick running the boards here tonight, along with Paul Trentini on camera. Well, Travis, I'll get to you in just a moment. I apologize for the national anthem and starting lineup, so we will step out for a quick break here and send it down to our PA announcer, Michaela Kochi. National anthem concluded, set for puck drop here on LISN. Travis, my apologies for that. Quick trigger there on the awards and the national anthem. Also, congratulations to every player that got an award here. RIT versus Canisius set to go. Travis, the winner will meet Rutgers for the NECHL final. What a great game that was between them over Farmingdale State College, and these two teams almost as even as it can get.
Yeah, like you mentioned, Rutgers, the top seed, picking up a 4-3 victory over Farmingdale, so they're tuning in, watching to see who they'll be facing tomorrow. Canisius, RIT. Brady, this is a rematch from last year's semifinal in which Canisius came out on top. Eventually ended up falling in the championship to Oswego State. I expect a hard-fought battle between these two sides as we're underway. RIT in the black uniforms, Canisius in the white. Take into account, it was a long trip down to Long Beach for both these teams. Let's see who can shake off the bus legs first.
Absolutely a long trip, but they've been waiting here for a while. Both teams were pressed along the glass in a tight battle in that first semifinal game. Here we go, the starting goalies. There you see in the white jersey, number 31, that's Xavier LaPierre, who will get the nod tonight for Canisius. He's being opposed by number 34, Joshua Ruffner of RIT, as RIT is guilty of icing to start this hockey game. RIT 6-13-1-0 coming in. Canisius 11-14-2-1 throughout the season. Canisius 4-1 in conference as well. RIT 2-3 in conference play, and we'll see how that plays out here. It's Canisius after the icing going into the attacking zone. The long shot blocker the side by Ruffner. Off the try there from Liam Wicks. Comes back out to Wicks. Goes D to D, a one-timer blocked that time. Once again, RIT getting in the shooting lanes. Wrapped around the board. Wicks coming to get it. Leaves it for a teammate, but it comes back out.
I was just about to say that, Brady. Great job getting in the shooting lanes early on, showing your netminder, showing the boys on the bench you're willing to sacrifice the body here in this semifinal matchup.
Tommy Peterson will dump it back in. That's the name of the game. We saw a lot of that throughout these playoffs so far as this one comes to the line. Shot first test of LaPierre, and he makes a save there. Now Canisius back out. Overskated a bit by Luke White. Retrieved by Hahn.
These teams only met once this season. It was a 4-0 win for Canisius on a Friday night. They were supposed to meet on Sunday night, but the snowstorm caused that game to be postponed. So just the second meeting between RIT and Canisius here in 25-26.
And you know RIT will be out for some revenge here in the semifinal game, especially after having their revenge opportunity postponed. This one is covered by LaPierre. Offensive zone faceoff coming up for RIT. Comes in front, now played behind here for Akulowicz. Up ahead it goes, this is Bandeljan. Back in comes Canisius, delayed offside here, and they get the touch, does Nate Rivet, so we get the whistle.
Looks like this game is going to be fast and physical, Brady.
17:48 to go. We saw a lot of physicality throughout the tournament so far. In the first semifinal game, we saw most of it after the game between Farmingdale and Rutgers. Shot from the outside here, off a stick and out of play. 17:38 to go in the first period. That's Rohan Nazar Simhan that gets in front of that one.
Yeah, and LaPierre and Ruffner have not had to do much so far through the first two and change of this one.
Wrapped around. This is another offensive zone faceoff for Canisius. To the corner it goes. 2-on-2 battle there from a tough angle. Ruffner had to be alert. He was made the save.
It's a great keep in right there at the point.
Okolowicz has a teammate going to the goal, takes himself now, wraps it in front, backed into his goal is Ruffner, but he's able to keep it out. Canisius arguing.
That was a great play by Okulowicz to keep the puck in initially, and then he gets the opportunity out in front after receiving that pass. Tried to center it there, and as we saw in that sequence, we'll get the replay here. Great keep in at the blue line from number 7 in white. It gets cycled down low and ends up popping off a shin pad right back to him. Will he shoot? Will he pass? He tries to avoid that diving poke, goes for the pass, but it's trapped up by Ruffner.
First major test there of Ruffner, just able to keep it in front of the goal line. The point try there gets blocked. Comes back to the line where it hops the stick of Bowen and back out, and then Bowen blows a tire, just able to move it to Okulowicz there at the last moment.
Could have been dangerous.
Back in Canisius, turned over though, RIT looking for a stretch pass, intercepted by Viney. He'll go over to Okulowicz, who's been out there for a little while now, stretches it back to Viney. Okulowicz will head off for a change. Conti will sweep it back in. This is Shane Tobin, number 5 for RIT. Fires one cross ice. Luke Perfidio unable to settle the puck, cleared to the line, not out, held in. Collision there behind the goal, but Canisius starts up here, 2-on-2 rush up the ice. Drop pass to the slot, shot on, kick save, rebound there, they score! It's Jagger North. Got his own rebound, stuffs the backhander home. 1-0 Golden Griffins.
Great play by Jagger there. We're gonna get the replay look as he goes down the line, gives the Griffs a 1-0 lead. Gets the pass on the 2-on-2 rush, a quick shot, but follows it up, doesn't watch it. Quick drag to his backhand and right over the pad of Ruffner. A well-earned goal right there from Jagger North, and Canisius up 1-0 early on in this contest.
The 2-on-2 rush now, look out, back the other way RIT comes. A good pass break up there. Tigers coming right back looking for the equalizer. Comes out to the line, shot through traffic, making the stop LaPierre. Coming over to get it is Ilya Zhdanov. He's checked by North, takes him into the boards.
North from Coogan and from De Pedrina to get the scoring started here, Brady. Big time goal for Canisius.
That was a great follow-up there on the shot. That's why, no matter what the sport is, hockey, basketball, lacrosse, sports like that, you follow the rebound, you go to the net. Not just a flyby there from North. Pots it home. This is icing against Canisius. And so a face-off here will be to the right, it appears, of LaPierre. Defensive zone win back to De Pedrina. Got the secondary, as Travis just mentioned, ahead to Alex Viney. Pass gets through White all the way down, no icing here. Myron St. George on it for the Tigers. Stick lift, held in, gonna be a chance here down low for Viney, and his backhander missed wide.
It was a great look, nice turnover forced by Canisius, as they're all over RIT right now.
Pass gets through Viney, but it's Hansen back in. Drops it to Viney, went to pull the trigger, had his stick checked, comes out to the line, shot hits a body, loose in the circle, fired wide there on the spinning attempt from White. RIT able to clear, but after that goal, Canisius really starting to dial up the pressure, red line and in for Collins. Tied up at the half wall, RIT emerges with it, Adam Lowe. Behind his own goal, looking for the stretch pass, did not have his teammate facing the correct way, though. Alex Infante didn't see the pass coming. It is icing.
Another ozone draw here for Canisius. And Brady, I'm intrigued to see if Canisius can jump and potentially score another one here in quick succession. They've had a lot of good energy, not just after the goal, but also leading up to the goal. They've really set the tone and the pace of this contest so far.
Shot misses wide there. Can RIT settle things down a bit? Scrambling in their own end here. Another turnover just outside the blue line. Back in come the Griffins. Akulowitz fanned on the slapper. That allows the Tigers a chance to clear. They will, but once again, don't get it very far. Back in, Rivet checked off the puck. Cleared out towards the high point, held in. Akulowitz now a try from the slot, blocked off, rebound, kicked away again by Ruffner.
Two big stops from Ruffner right there.
That was a big save, as you said, Travis.
Yeah, we'll take a look. And again, right off the boards, good walk on the circle. The low shot, kicks it away, but it comes right back through, and another one. He's got to flex out that right pad just in the nick of time. Ruffner being tested now over the last 3-4 minutes.
Shananov, check to the boards. Look out here, pass towards the high slot as the defenseman was creeping down. Turned over, RIT just looking to clear it here. Canisius all over him. Pass down low, tic-tac-toe. It didn't get through, and the rebound jammed wide.
RIT got to do a better job of stopping on pucks here. Too many flybys for him.
We'll have a rush ahead here. That one handcuffed the goalie LaPierre. He still got it and ends up in the corner. Cleared up the boards. It got right through Pody and all the way down, icing against Canisius.
Like I said, Brady, too many flybys right now for the Tigers. They got to stop on more pucks, be a little bit more physical if they can. Try to make life a little bit more difficult. Canisius getting to the middle of the ice a bit too easily right now.
Yeah, it certainly appears like they're flying the zone a little bit too early compared to the puck. That has allowed some numbers down low for the Golden Griffins, who get the D-zone draw win here, and it's fired in deep. Round it comes, this time RIT clean exit. Tie up though at the red line, and here come the Tigers back in. Shot from the slot gets blocked off. Now a try from the circle goes high. Ramps around, held in, and wrapped around the boards there by Peterson. Settled down though now by the Griffins. Have a bit of room here to try and clear it out, which they do, but RIT on the forecheck all over it. Girolamo with the takeaway. Back ahead comes RIT, chipped in by Tommy Pearson, dropped it off for a quick shot. Stick save up into the netting by LaPierre. 12:01 to go, first period. It's the Golden Griffins still in front 1-0.
Had some numbers on the rush there, Brady, but nothing doing on that chance. And plenty of awards have been handed out here this weekend. The two goalies taking first and second team. Brady, sorry.
All good. Quick turnover there, and the shot went high on the try from Caleb May. As Canisius able to settle it down here, and hopefully we could get Travis a quick second here to get some more awards in as this one dumped down, and it looks like we will, as it will be held by the goalie Ruffner.
Well, as mentioned, our goalies. First team, Xavier LaPierre. Second team, Josh Ruffner. LaPierre. Not just first team for the goalie. He also won Rookie of the Year, Brady, sharing that award with Rutgers netminder that we just saw, Marcus Pavlov.
This one tied up again by Ruffner, and so far Ruffner the more tested goalie in this one, but a couple chances for RIT, and we've seen why LaPierre is the award winner for all those achievements. Of course, we saw a goaltending duel in our first matchup as well, as that one through traffic. The backhander was stopped by Ruffner. I'm not sure if he entirely saw it, but he got the right pad on it.
Another good look right there for Canisius, and a big hit thrown by Alex Infante.
That frees up the puck, bouncing around in the slot. Canisius able to clear. RIT slowly starting to settle back into this hockey game here after running around for the first few minutes. Starting to generate some chances of their own, and here they come once again. Pass up ahead, flying in is Lowe. Lowe's outside shot, deflected out of play.
Good work on that give and go, and we'll take a look at the save here from Ruffner that Brady had just mentioned. right off the draw, back to the point. Instead of walking, just a quick shot fired towards the cage. Blocked in front, but quick hands batting it towards the net, and Ruffner flexing out the pad once more tonight. He's done a really good job here in this first period, just the one blemish so far.
And that one was a big rebound that was stuffed into the empty net by North. Since then, he's been pretty good with the rebound control as well, as now RIT starting the press here on offense. Turnover, though, and it's flipped back out by Canisius. D fired across here by Heinz. Puck dumped in, that one just a tad too far for Perfidio. Trying to play it out, Coogan, but it bounced right through to his slot, backhand, score! It's Luke Perfidio who takes advantage of the turnover. I think we're gonna have a penalty here against the Griffins as well during the RIT celebration, but we're tied at 1.
Perfidio's going down the line, and it's Viney going to the box. Take another look at this one. This was an excellent play right here from Luke Perfidio. It's skipping around, pops into the slot. He bounces off the check, finds a way to put the backhander on with that pressure. And the quick celly after he puts it top shelf. 1-1 the score, and a power play upcoming for the RIT Tigers.
Yeah, and you can see after the goal, Viney during the celebration took out one of the Tigers. Credit to the Tigers as well. That's an easy play to retaliate on. They really didn't go after Viney all that much, and they get a power play out of it after tying the game here just about halfway through the first. So the team's trading goals here early, and now RIT starting to push back here against Canisius, looking to get their first lead on the man advantage, but the turnover here in the Griffins will clear.
Let's see how the Tigers look to attack on this power play after the tying goal, and now a chance to snatch momentum as we pass the halfway point of the first.
Parker Hahn in, takes an outside shot, easy glove save that time for LaPierre. Offensive zone faceoff coming up for RIT.
Yeah, glove save LaPierre, a little old school hippie thrown by Nolan French right there. Don't see that happen too often nowadays, Brady.
No, you do not, but the physicality, it seems like since that penalty here starting to ramp up on the ensuing shift on the power play. Right as Hahn took that shot, got knocked to the ice, face-off win RIT. Point shot sold up, comes to the side of the goal. Looks like the net may have come off. And we get the whistle here, chaos at the side of the net.
Yeah, hand pass going to be the call. And the face-off will stay inside, no change for the Griffins. Take another look. Again, like Brady said, chaos.
Comes back to the line. Hahn, D and now down low. Tough angle try, may have caught the outside of the post there, and it banks all the way back out to the line. High shot deflected in! Parker Hahn was in front taking the shot. Tommy Peterson, a PPG for RIT. They lead it 2-1.
It was Peterson on the shot. I think Hahn got a deflection on this in front of the net. Let's take a look here. Great poise at the center point here from Hahn. And yeah, absolutely. Hahn out in front of the net. Got a deflection on it, goes upstairs, over the glove hand of LaPierre, and the Tigers, just like that, Brady, a 2-1 lead here in period 1.
And the penalty after play, after the first goal from RIT, comes back to bite Canisius. And now they're down by a goal in the middle stages of period 1.
Two goals just about a minute apart as well, Brady.
Quick turnaround for RIT. Canisius coming right back in. Point shot misses. Okulowicz played a big role in the opening goal for Canisius. Down low in the centering pass, banks all the way back out to LaPierre.
So first RIT goal, Perfidio from St. George. And the second goal there on the power play was credited to Peterson unassisted to give his side the advantage.
Well, the way Peterson celebrated, he definitely thought it was his goal. It definitely looked like one way or another it changed direction, though, and I'm sure if you're a Tiger, you don't care all too much here after getting the lead and going back here on the forecheck.
No, I think Parker Hahn just learned that if it's his goal, he's just got to celebrate a little bit harder next time.
Lesson learned. As this one pops out to the circle, jammed off the outside of the net. It's where it stays for a moment. That allows the Golden Griffins to take back possession. Got to break out some of the Travis Quigley celebrations from back in the day.
Well, if I tried to do those now, I'd probably have a broken hip. Have some major problems. I wouldn't be moving for a couple months.
Here come the Tigers back out. They're completing a change here. That allows Viney to spring Coogan. He'll cut back towards his own end, drop it to Wicks. Wicks moving in through traffic, fought off by Ruffner.
Loved that play at neutral ice as Wicks kind of springboarded himself through between the blue and the red there.
Wicks saucer pass. Oh, that one somehow didn't go. Fought off by Ruffner up high. What a passing play. And that was Jagger North again. Canisius keeps it alive to the half-wall shot off a stick. Comes to the near side corner. Good shift there by Canisius, but it is cleared out by the Tigers. Turned over, right back in. North will fire it deep.
Yeah, it was a great job from North. He's been all over it so far. Popping into the bumper spot there, that one-timer just off the shoulder of Ruffner. We were very close to the score being 2-2.
Tigers reset here, 6.5 remaining first period. RIT, the two quick goals, the second of which came on the power play. They have the lead. This is offside. 2-1 game for the Tigers. Winner in this one will play Rutgers tomorrow for the NECHL Championship. Rutgers in the first game, a 4-3 victory after trailing 2-1 going into the third. And a natural hat trick for Connor Reagan led the way for the comeback. Rams got one late, but they were able to hold on in an absolute thriller.
And we did have a scoring change. Brady, Parker Hahn getting credited for the goal now. Peterson getting the apple. So sometimes maybe you don't have to sell you that hard, you know? The hockey gods repay you.
Maybe not nowadays with the video review and all that, all the technology.
Do you think they pulled up our video in the booth?
Perhaps. Back in, Canisius. That one swallowed up by Ruffner. I mean, I know they can't review anything, of course, but scoring change. We had a good view of it, Travis. We were on it immediately, and you can't
right on top of the play.
You can't blame them necessarily. The way Peterson celebrated, he knew what he was doing, trying to steal that goal.
He celebrated like a Long Beach Marine inside the Long Beach Ice Arena. Score a goal and go coast to coast.
5.5 left. Can Canisius tie it, looking for a redirection? Conti couldn't reach it. Gloved and held by Ruffner. 5.5 left in period one.
Yeah, things have settled down a little bit now after that. After the two quick goals from the Tigers, it's the Griffs starting to find their game a little bit. Getting back to what made them successful through the first 5 minutes of this period.
Centering pass pops out to the slot. Cleared away but not out. Shot off a stick. Catches the glass. Stays in play. Conti in the corner. Turned back. Check to the boards. They do battle there. Puck tied up to the kick plate. RIT outnumbering Canisius down low 3-2. But it is Conti that comes away with it. Takes it around the goal. Back out high, Viney. Hold, shoots off a stick and into the netting and out of play. That one almost went over the netting. Nearly caught the ceiling there.
Yeah, final 5 now of this first period, Brady. You can clearly see Canisius is pushing. They want to score another one before we hit that buzzer. Can RIT weather this storm now that's kind of coming into their defensive zone? And can they get back on the attack?
settle the puck here in their own end. Cleared out, look out. Oh, nearly a 2-on-1. Now it's a 1-on-1 rush up the ice. Trying to dance through, drops it off, and the shot fired wide by Tobin on the effort from Maddox Haskins to keep that play alive. Haskins out high, quick shot off a body that hit Tobin. And the Griffins able to clear. Back in Perfidio, takes a hard check from White. Canisius right back out. Here they come, dancing to the outside and scoring! That's Tyler Hansen. The Golden Griffins come back to tie it with 4:07 left in the first.
Great play here from Tyler Hansen. All starts with a quick up. Hansen takes the pass off the boards, and he's kind of solo in the frame right now. He's by himself. And he decides, you know what, I'm just going to put pucks towards the net. I was always told good things happen when I do that. And he gets rewarded. It squeaks through Ruffner. We're tied up at 2. Hansen with a big-time goal. A shade over 4 to go in the first.
So teams trading goals here early. Give Luke White the assist on the Hansen goal. Deflected in, no icing. Cleared out by RIT. Final 4 minutes of period 1. And a high flip. Look out. That's a home run right there, if I've ever seen one. That cleared a couple rows, it almost looks like, from here.
We almost hit the second deck, Brady.
It is almost baseball season, preparing for the World Baseball Classic. Spring training underway, but playoff time here in hockey season.
Yeah. Speaking baseball, I found out Shia LaBeouf hates Mike Piazza today.
No comment. As a Mets fan, no comment. Canisius tying goal. Goodwin back in. Nice move. Goodwin to the slot. Fakes the shot. Opens up. Holds onto it. Looking to stuff it. And somehow, some way, getting back to cover it is Ruffner.
Look at the mitts here. Great take from London Goodwin. Little fake, thought about the shot, one more fake, and then he tries to stuff it on the backhand, just tied up on the net. And a phenomenal play coming back to seal that post was Parker Hahn, helping his Tendy out.
Another O-zone draw. Now we see Canisius getting the goal and starting to play more in the O-zone. Bouncing puck taken by RIT. Not cleared out, skipping puck, stopped by Ruffner, comes out to cover. 3:08 left, and still only the first period. But these teams kind of trading momentum, trading shifts back and forth in the offensive zone. And the next goal, especially if it comes in the first, could be a big one to take into the locker room with a lead for either side.
Absolutely. I mean, I said it at the beginning of the game. We'll see how long it takes to shake the bus legs off.
Oh, look out. Good job there to be able to fight through the music that time from Ruffner. Makes the glove save, gets the rebound as well.
Like I said, thought we were going to have to maybe take a little while to shake the bus legs off for both these two teams making the trip down to Long Island today, but seemingly, Brady, they've got a lot of energy. They've got a lot of juice. Both teams, they've had their moments throughout this first period. Nobody's really snatched it, though.
Under 3 minutes to go. RIT back in. Driving wide, centering pass, chipped over the goal that time on the drive from Caleb May. Whether that was 81, check that. Owen Copeland back the other way, Canisius in. They added an assist on the last Canisius goal to Josh Viney. This one goes down to the corner. Popped out towards the slot, unable to reach it was North. He'll drop back on defense here as RIT gets the red line and dumps it in. We'll make changes here. 2:15 left in period 1. From Long Beach Ice Arena in none other than Long Beach, New York. Second semifinal game in the NECHL. Paul Trentini on camera, Gabe Takuri producing, running our board as well. Sam Musnick, Travis Quigley on color, I'm Brady Campbell. Final 2 minutes of the first. Canisius in the offensive zone yet again here in period 1. to the line. Pagano able to keep it in for a moment. Now it's fired down from the wrong side of the red, from the wrong side of the blue at that. So it's an icing here against RIT.
And it's been a long shift for these Tigers. The Griffs getting 5 fresh skaters on the ice. Offensive zone draw going to be on the strong side, looks like, for White here. Clean win.
Okulowicz. Nothing in front, so he tried to go down the wall, but it's taken by RIT. Flipped ahead. This is Lowe driving wide, and the teammate all alone in front, but the pass hit a stick and popped up in the air. Cleared out by Canisius. Okulowicz, red line and deep. Getting back on it is Grayson Pody. Able to work it ahead. RIT back out. Red line and in again. Stopped up by LaPierre. Resetting with it, Bowen. On to White. White gains the zone. Curls back. His pass blocked off RIT. Back the other way as we hit the final minute of the first. But it looks like we got too many men on the ice against the Rochester Institute of Technology, right as they were looking to go back the other way.
It was close. It was certainly very close. I believe it was Hahn who had jumped off the bench. Going to jump on the bench was Haskins, and in that exchange, the puck popped right to Hahn. Haskins was still trying to get his legs over the boards, and Hahn was taken off up the sheet. And there were still 6 skaters on the ice for RIT. Too many men gets called. And an extremely late power play opportunity here for Canisius. We saw it in the Farmingdale-Rutgers game, a late power play goal at the end of period 2. Can Canisius get one here at the end of period number 1?
Thomas Hassett will serve number 12. Exactly half a power play to work with here in the first. As this puck ends up staying in play, goes behind the goal. Good work there by the Tigers to win the puck battle behind the goal, and it's cleared down the ice. Making the play there was Heinz. Canisius has to reset. 40 on the clock for the first period. Taking it down low, curling with it, Wicks. Conti. Playing catch with Viney. Viney will give and go as he cuts to the net up top now. To the other Viney, D to D North looking backdoor, snaps it off the boards. This is Wicks.
12 seconds left, Brady.
Shot from Viney, redirected but wide. 10 left in the period. RIT looking to clear. Virtually get us to the end of the frame, not out. Conti centering pass intercepted, and the Tigers will survive the first half of the power play and take us to the end of the first period, tied at 2.
A lot of action through the first 20 minutes. It was Canisius who got the scoring started for us and really controlled a large portion of the first period, first half of the first period, I should say. We hit about that 12-minute mark, and that's when RIT started to find their game. They started to develop a rhythm, develop their own set of momentum, got some wind in their sails. They got that one to tie it up. Immediately, while celebrating that goal, they draw a penalty, go right to the power play, and they're able to capitalize about a minute into that power play. So 2 goals about a minute apart really set them off. And you saw the next shift or 2 after that, they still had that juice behind them. Canisius did a phenomenal job of responding, weathering the storm as it was presented to them, bouncing back, not trying to force chances, understanding there's still a lot of hockey to be played. And when our opportunity comes, we need to pounce on it, and that's exactly what they did to tie it up at 2. Now, again, we got a power play here. Exactly 1 minute when we return for the second period. Brady, as we both know, not always easy for a team going into the locker room and then coming back out. Everyone always likes to think automatically, oh, clean sheet of ice, power play, that's the best thing you can ask for. Not always. You lose a lot of your momentum. You got to reset from center. There's a lot of different factors that don't always lead to success on those power plays with the fresh ice. So I think it's important, both of these teams, to understand 40 minutes left. take it all a shift at a time still. We don't need to get ahead of ourselves. We don't need to go chasing the goal. We don't need to go off taking unnecessary risks at this stage of the game.
And that they will look to do to start the second period. Back and forth first there, but in the end, teams trading leads, trading goals. And after one, Rochester Institute of Technology 2, Canisius University 2. Travis and I will all be back for the start of period number 2 in just a moment. You're tuned in to the NECHL playoffs here on the LI Sports Network. left for the Golden Griffins as the two teams traded the opening 4 goals of the hockey game. RIT gets the clear here. It was North, Perfidio, Hahn, and Hansen, the 4 goal scorers in that order, as Canisius scored the first goal and the final goal, bookending the 2 from RIT. Brady Campbell joined alongside Travis Quigley on color, Gabe Tikuri, our producer, Sam Musnick on board, Paul Trentini on camera here in Long Beach. The NECHL semifinals, as 15 seconds left on the power play. Shot misses wide, comes around the boards. Bowen on it. Goes D to D, final seconds ticking off. Okulowicz, his shot up in the air, just caught the netting and out of play. Travis, 2 seconds left on this power play. RIT trying to survive the opening minute of the period.
Yeah, got to keep an eye on Hassett, who's going to be coming out of the box. And Brady, looking at the rosters, Hassett, our only Long Island native between these two teams, from right down the road in Island Park.
Usually see several representatives on a lot of these teams from the local Long Island area for these northern-based schools, but back in comes RIT. Still a lot of New York natives, nonetheless, as back out of the zone comes Canisius. Turned right back around and in. A minute and a half gone by, period 2. Viney wraps it around the boards. Look out, pops right out in front. Stuff attempt, save, rebound. And way out of his crease to cover. And perhaps a bit shaken up is LaPierre. His glove is not on his left hand as he got taken out of the crease.
Yeah, he's yard sailed a little bit right here. Let's take another look. As again, this one, unforced error in a way, as it just popped right off the stick of De Piedra, and good opportunity. Turned aside by LaPierre, but like you said, barreled over in the process, lost some of his equipment. Face-off going to stay inside, though, for the Tigers.
LaPierre taking a moment to collect himself. A scary-looking turnover there for Canisius as that one popped right out in front. RIT, you can't ask for a much better look there, point blank. But the Golden Griffins get away with that near disaster. We remain tied at 2, 18-19 left in period 2. Couple changes here for the Golden Griffins, just about set to go. The faceoff will be to the right of Xavier LaPierre. Set for hockey again, and it's a face-off win. Back for RIT, and the shot whistles wide that time from Lowe. To the line, held in for a moment. Second try gets it out for the Golden Griffins. Shot on from the red line. Glove down by LaPierre.
A lot of room to work with here.
Bowen taking advantage of it, feeds it ahead towards Goodwin. Conti brings it in. Check to the boards, tries to move it up the wall. It got slowed up. Bowen pinches down. Conti had a man in front, couldn't get it through. And RIT back out. Turned over though at the red line. Bowen trying to snap it right back in, and he does on the cross-ice feed. Back to Conti, down low, couldn't pull the trigger. Good look there from Nolan French. Bouncing puck. What a step up there. Unable to get it through, though, was Okulowicz.
It's been a strong start to this second period for Canisius, much like the beginning of the first. They've come out with good amount of gas, good amount of juice.
Tobin with the dump in. And it looks like
too many men on the ice again, Brady.
Yeah, once again, behind the play, the ref caught it. And
on Canisius.
The officials definitely keeping an eye on those line changes, it seems. As you saw, they were able to sneak 4 off the ice. Staying out there, though, was Bowen, because he recognized if he went off, that was likely a breakaway for Tobin. But during that whole sequence, the referee called him with perhaps too many out there, so now a power play for RIT. Both teams guilty of too many men so far in this one. Cleared up the boards, not out, slows up to the point. Walking down the wall with it, fanning on the shot though, was RIT. Quick passing down low and getting over was LaPierre to make the save. Out to the line, glove save, and LaPierre will slow things down here after Girolamo let that one rip. Here's another look at the opportunity. Peterson got it started, but he fanned on the shot.
Yeah, started there, but good work by the Tigers to recover it. Great, create that opportunity. And that post-to-post look, LaPierre saying no.
Clear down the foot race, and Jagger North will get there along with Peterson. Peterson, though, able to box him out, win possession. RIT back in. Maddox Haskins. Let it bounce over his stick. Clearing attempt knocked down, though. And down to the circle, now back out. Wrist shot blocked. Comes back to him in the slot. And it's swallowed up by LaPierre. I believe that's North who made that block. He's a little slow back to his feet, getting up just now after the block there on Girolamo.
Couple opportunities on this power play so far for RIT. We got one power play goal, great block right there. And the follow-up chance, just a breadbasket save for LaPierre.
And that block changed the trajectory of the slot as it popped out more to the slot, but it created less traffic there in front, it appeared, of LaPierre. It makes another cover here, a minute 11 left on the power play. Face off to the left of the goaltender as it gets tied up in the linesman skates. One back by RIT, D to D. This is Tobin looking for the redirection, got it, and just closing up and getting his glove on it was LaPierre.
Great stop from the Griffs. Tendy on that one. Not easy with that redirection, but kept track the whole way.
Minute 2 left. RIT, a pretty good power play so far. I've had some looks, but LaPierre getting the saves, getting the whistles, allowing his team to reset. Good saucer pass cross right there. Now turned out to the line. Shot deflected down, never made it through though. Now this is Zhadanov down low. Reverse down, Zhadanov, the defenseman here, playing down low on the power play. Shot from a tough angle, getting a piece on the try from Dryden Hahn was LaPierre. Looking for the redirection, it goes wide though. Canisius a little bit of time here. Unable to clear it though was the captain. Bowen as it comes across. Zhadanov looking for a between the legs play there. I'm not sure if it would have been a shot or a pass. He was perhaps a bit too far from the net to get a shot away, but he keeps the play alive. Now Canisius able to hammer it out. Final seconds ticking off. Unable to sneak in any changes though as they didn't get it deep enough. We are back to 5 aside. Canisius, crucial kill, keeping things knotted up at 2. RIT back to work in the ozone though. Big hit delivered in the corner by Bowen on low. And then Bowen got caught with a big time hit there from low, and the RIT fans are loving it. Bowen back on it. His pass got deflected, and RIT back the other way with speed. Drag shot, stopped that time off the try that came from Peterson.
Peterson's been a force for these Tigers. Both sides, offensively and defensively.
Backhand try now, a forehand try, stopped in tight. I think we're gonna have a penalty coming. And the captain, Bowen, trying to settle his teammate down to avoid anything else. It's gonna be a slashing call here. I think this one's going on RIT, and Adam Lowe is gonna be the guilty party.
Definitely not what RIT needed, because Brady, honestly, I thought, even though they didn't score on that power play, I thought they did a really good job of just putting the game in their hands a little bit, is I guess the way I'll put it. They started to kind of take things here in this second period, started to generate some more offense, started to create more opportunity. And then you take that penalty, and it's going to put you on the back foot for at least 2 minutes trying to ward off the pressure of the Griffins.
North puts it out of play, and throwing his fist up in the air there is Breezy after that puck went right over his head.
Hawking that puck down and hucks it over the net. Nonchalant. That guy, I said it earlier, he is the king, and the Long Beach Ice Arena is his castle.
Discussion here from the officials, not entirely sure about what. Perhaps maybe where the faceoff should be, and it looks like it'll stay in the RIT zone here. Just 4 seconds gone on the power play. A great job during all that sequence. Right after the slashing penalty was called, I couldn't quite tell which Canisius player was going after Loeb, but the captain, Hansen, wearing the C for a reason, immediately got on his teammate and kept him from taking another penalty and keeping his team from a power play. RIT gets the clear. Wicks will restart for the Golden Griffins. Gets a deflection into the zone from North.
Viney's all over that one.
Down to the corner it goes. Wicks behind the cage. Opens up, looks. North calling for it, gets it, plays it back down to Wicks. Wicks in front, jammed on goal, wouldn't go.
What a save right there.
Stays alive for the Golden Griffins. This is Alex Viney, penalty upcoming. It's a roughing call, and it will be 57 seconds of 5-on-3 hockey for Canisius. Could have been a power play goal here if not for the work of Ruffner.
And this is going to be a golden opportunity for the blue and gold. Like you said, Brady, this is a great look out front. Quick redirection, nice stop made. And Ruffner better get ready. More pucks going to be coming his way on this 5-on-3. 57 seconds of it.
That's a good start for his team. They get the face-off win. They get the clear all the way down. But this is a huge moment in this hockey game. A few minutes shy of the halfway point of the game. Canisius, not only a chance to take the lead, a chance to do a bit more damage than that. Down to the corner, centering pass, look out, one-timer jammed wide by Bowen.
Great feed and good movement here by Canisius. They're not standing still. Everybody is kind of floating around, trying to find that loose ice.
Okulowicz fanned on the pass. It still got through the Bowen. Snaps one through a defender stick. Give and go. Now pass back down low, shot fanned on, slowed up there so Ruffner could get over to make the save.
Another great stop from Ruffner.
That'll take care of the first penalty. 5-on-4. Bowen in. One of the RIT defenders stumbled down. He got his own rebound, batted it wide. Threw it back out in front. Didn't get out. Okulowicz. Down to Goodwin. Behind the net, French. Back to Goodwin, up to Bowen. They snap it around, shot through traffic, didn't make it through. Back out to White. Down to Goodwin.
40 left on this power play.
Bowen off for a change. Goodwin out to White. Snaps one through traffic, got a man in front. It hit him square and then went off to the corner where it's backhanded towards the line, not out. Goodwin walks, holds, throws it across. Viney, wrist shot blocked. Okulowicz gets on it. Pretty good power play here for Canisius as far as zone time. They've had a few looks. Look out, back door, jammed off the outside of the net. The bank try wouldn't go. Still alive in the slot and just cleared out the diving attempt from Lowe.
Canisius trying to go quickly.
Back to 5 aside. In the corner, RIT survives. They'll look to get one more clear here to settle things down. They will, and they'll get it deep.
Can they use that penalty kill as a slingshot of momentum as that one goes into the Tigers bench? Exactly 11 minutes remaining in period 2. Brady, 2-2 still our score. You got to think about it. I mean, both sides through the first half of this period with a power play chance. Both sides did a very good job of setting up, creating opportunities. Both netminders. doing their jobs to a T.
It has been exceptional goaltending so far, and you want to talk about it, that 5-on-3, a couple big saves from Ruffner, who's been outstanding so far. You've had some crucial saves throughout as well. Down the other end with LaPierre is now Canisius trying to maintain momentum after being unable to score on the 5-on-3.
Great hustle from Bandelian to beat out the icing there. This allows Canisius to get on the offense.
Hammered around, played back down to the corner. RIT with the defensive pressure down low, but it snapped out high, unable to be held in by Jake Riddell. Collins just able to move it. Comes back to him, he'll fire it around. Let his forwards chase after it. They get it deeper. Ross Silver couldn't get it very far. Swung towards the circle by Viney, knocked away. Canisius, not a whole lot of possession here in the offensive zone as both teams locking up a lot, and now RIT finally able to clear. Glove down by Silver, but he's checked. White moves in, fought off by Ruffner. Point shot redirected, score! Alex Viney skates in front, causes the traffic, gets a stick on it. 3-2, Golden Griffins.
It almost felt like there was a goal coming, Brady. You weren't really sure who it was going to go towards, though. First couple minutes, it felt like it might have been RIT. Last couple of minutes, it felt like it was going to be Canisius, and they're the ones who get it done. The high tip in the high slot from Alex Viney. A great redirection using the twig as a ramp, and Canisius are back out in front, 3-2, just as we pass the halfway point of this hockey game.
30 minutes, 23 seconds gone, and Canisius back in front. That's got to sting if you're RIT. You get through the kill, but Canisius kept the pressure on and were able to break through. How will they respond? They responded in a big way last time they were trailing.
Viney getting the goal. Quinn Collins picking up the assist there on that shot from the point.
Bowen with the dump in. French touches up. Winner plays Rutgers tomorrow in the championship. Right back here in Long Beach. Take away here, but it's a hand pass. Looks to be against RIT.
Scarlet Knights with a big 4-3 win over Farmingdale earlier on here today. Canisius holds the season series over Rutgers, Brady. 5-4 and 4-2 victories. Both games up at Amherst. The first game, that 5-4, an overtime victory for Canisius, which, Brady, you had mentioned during our Rutgers game.
This one goes behind the net, North on it. Swings it down low to Wicks. Wicks takes it out high, snaps one through. Bowen, a little bit of room, takes it behind the goal. Slides it right through the crease, swept away. RIT gets the clear. Fired right back in by the Golden Griffins. Flipped out towards Haskins. Good play there by Okulowicz to keep it away from him. Then a hit at the red line there as Wicks got toppled by Haskins.
That was a huge hit by Haskins right there.
North spinning out in front, nearly created an opportunity for himself. He got knocked to the ice though. Wicks turning at the half wall, centers it in front. Play back down to Wicks, jams it through. They score, and it's the second of the game for Jagger North.
That's just all winning body positioning in front of the net. You're going to see it on the replay here. Another well-earned goal for Jagger North as he's alone in front, fends off a stick check, and while he's getting knocked to the ice, he's able to redirect it in. Puts it under the 5-hole of Ruffner. 2 goals in this one for number 86 in white. It's a 2-goal lead for Canisius.
First 2-goal lead for either side tonight. Now RIT on their heels, still a little less than half a hockey game to go. What a play there without a stick by White to take that puck.
As long as he doesn't pick it up and throw it over the boards.
Seen our fair share of plays that we have not seen before here in Long Beach this weekend. Not just one of them yesterday.
North from Coogan and Wicks. The fourth goal for Canisius.
Looking to pull away on 2-on-1 here. It's a 2-on-2, but a chance from the outside of the circle. Shot stopped by Ruffner. He gets the cover.
I like the shot there from Hansen. He's already got one in this one. He was looking to join Jagger North with 2 goals in this game. And he was trying to put it far pad, generate a rebound. Just didn't pop out. Great control there from the RIT netminder, Josh Ruffner.
RIT back out. Taking it wide, already with 1 goal tonight, is number 13, Parker Hahn. Has some help from Girolamo. Back out to the line. Shot through traffic. Fought off that time by LaPierre.
I think LaPierre might have even seen that one late.
Shot through. Again, another redirect really in tight there. And LaPierre stopped that one. Now at the side of the goal, jam towards the net. It wouldn't go to the line. RIT here with a good shift in the O-zone.
Good bounce back for the Tigers here after being stuck in their own end for a little bit.
Down by 2, 6.5 left in the second. Puck comes to the near side of the blue line and it's fired around by Girolamo. Look out here, pass guy down the ice, but it's gonna roll on goal where Ruffner can cover. The good idea there by Canisius, just too much on it.
Well, works out for them. They're gonna get an offensive zone draw. 6:24 to go in the second period. The Rutgers Scarlet Knights awaiting the winner of this matchup for the Northeast Collegiate Hockey League trophy tomorrow afternoon.
Bowen fires it wide, big rebound, kicks off the inboard, so Kulowitz has his shot blocked back out to center. Bowen feeds it right back in. Deflected out, RIT. Rushes up the ice, shot from the outside, doesn't make it through. To the corner it goes, Perfidio. Flipped it towards the front, that one more dangerous than it had to be, it's still loose. And the net comes off, the referee will blow the play dead. He was all over that play, let him play it out, but the net came off its moorings.
Chaos, absolute chaos. As you see, LaPierre flopping around, trying to find it. Both teams poking and prodding. We get the whistle, net off. We'll stay inside for the draw. But a good push from the Tigers. Can they find that third goal, make this a 1-goal game?
Back to the line. D to D, shot up in the air, lands behind the goal. Tigers would love to at least get one here in the final 5.5 of the second. Change the trajectory of this game. That one took a funny hop off a stanchion. Swept in front, no one home in the black and orange jersey as it comes to Perfidio. And looks like the Nets is off once again.
We had a net off counter a couple of weeks ago. I don't think we're at that point yet where we got to start the counter here, Brady, but I'm going to keep it on the radar.
Well, if we're talking about the weekend in general, we're certainly in double digits.
For sure. It's our third game of the weekend here in Long Beach.
Icing against Canisius here.
Game like 45 on the week for LISN. Thanks to our, I don't even know what to call it. What's the word for 9? 9 straight games, 8 straight games at the rinks today?
Yeah, that was a first. Shout out to our crew over there at the rinks. JV playoffs just about set to begin, so a big time over there in the Suffolk County League.
The Octobox of the Suffolk County High School Hockey League.
Needed Ryan Brannigan on, I don't know what the hockey equivalent of red zone. I guess what they do over at ESPN, but now it's RIT who will skate it back out. From the red line, on goal, stopped and held by LaPierre. Under 5 minutes left in the period.
Canisius want to get back to the NECHL championship game where they were last season, fell to Oswego State. Oswego State has since left. We're going to get a new champ this year in the NECHL. You can tell Canisius is hungry. You can tell RIT is hungry. They got a battle, though. Down by 2, under 5 left in period 2.
Up the wall, look out here, poked out. Canisius off to the races, pass over the north. Sitting on 2 goals, behind his back and shot just high that time by DiPerdina.
That would have been filthy. That would have been nasty. That would have been yucky, Brady. That was gross. What a pass.
Another look at it here, just able to chip it over to him, and Jagger North feeling himself right now makes the unselfish play. Just a high shot.
So slick.
DiPerdina. Number 6 will flip it back in, North into Chase. The other number 6, Cullen Heights on it.
Penalty coming.
Around, but yes, we do have a penalty.
It's going on the Griffins. So 4:15 left. Power play Tigers.
And the big moment right here. Still second period, still 4:15 left here in the second. But if RIT could get back within a goal here, it'd be massive. And on the flip side, Canisius looking for a big kill to keep momentum on their side late in the second. RIT settles things. Point shot here. Say made alive in the low slot. Ends up behind the goal. Back out towards the line. Held in by Girolamo. Return to him. Walks down to the circle. Fakes, takes, block. Back to him. Oh, flashing the leather. And making the save was LaPierre. After the initial block, Canisius sacrificing the body tonight.
Great look there. Like you said, sacrificing the body. That puck, Ayton. This puck, snagged out of the air. A little baby windmill from LaPierre.
That's Brandon Lakomsky that got in the way of that first shot. Go back to the bench, 1:34 left on the power play for RIT. And they get the face-off win. Turning with it, Haskins, Girolamo. Look out, dangerous pass. Haskins keeps it alive for a moment, but then gave it away, and it's cleared out.
Yeah, it's a good read from Canisius. Through the penalty kill there.
RIT resets Girolamo back in. Tried to drop it off, played it back out to neutral ice. So the Tigers will have to touch up here. Swept across, back in they come. Drop pass to Hahn. Hahn returns it out high, Perfidio. Down to Haskins. Cuts back, 50 on the penalty. Perfidio loads up a shot, blocked, comes back towards the line, poked back out. Making the play there was Quinn Collins. Drop pass, Hahn. Half a minute left on the penalty. Perfidio just snaps one across. Cut back from Girolamo. It just creeps across the blue line and squirts back out to center. This is offside against RIT. Just 22 left on their power play. They've had some puck movement here on the man advantage. Not a whole lot towards the goal in these last couple seconds, though.
Yeah, now like you just said, waning moments of this power play opportunity. You have a face-off in neutral ice. It's got to be a quick win right over the line for a shot and either generate a rebound or an offensive zone draw so you can try to capitalize with what's left on this power play.
Clear the head They might have some room here to bring it in. Shot from the outside. That glanced off of something and ended up behind the cage. Not sure if LaPierre got a piece of it. Giveaway though, and that'll kill off the rest of the penalty. Viney out of the box. Just over 2 minutes left here in the second. It remains 4-2 Canisius.
Strong kill for the Griffins there.
RIT resets in their own zone. Bringing it out is Ilya Zhdanov. At the line, up in the air, stays in play, but swatted back out. Colin Heinz. Zhdanov hit the official. It stays in for Canisius. Pass towards North. He couldn't find it. And RIT able to get away with that. That one off the bench there, but it's offside as jumping on was Lakomsky.
Yeah, just jumped on the wrong side of the blue and then touched up the puck as it was coming his way without getting his feet back over the blue line. So 1:38 to go as I dip, dodge, duck, and weave around Paul Trentini to see the clock. I forgot a D. Dodge.
1:38, Travis. 98 seconds left in the period. Chipped ahead by RIT. Back out. Cleared out. Canisius resets to the line. Big hit delivered there on Riddell. He was shy of the red, so it's icing against the Golden Griffins.
Yeah, I know that check's coming, but you got to find a way to get that extra foot to get the red line. You're so close. Just take that extra stride or even 2 strides if you got to ensure you gain the line. You don't ice that puck.
Hoping that it won't come back to haunt him in the back of his net. Minute 14 left. Conti in no hurry to get back for the face-off. Now the puck is dropped, comes back to the line, flip towards the goal. A spinning try from Tobin, didn't get a piece of it. Still trickled towards the net though, and it's gloved up by LaPierre. 68 seconds remain. Line change here for Canisius as they bring out Rivet, Lakomsky, and it looks like Bandelian. Shot right off the draw, blocked. Plenty of white jerseys there in the shooting lane.
Griffins are eating biscuits tonight.
Down to the corner it goes, final minute of the second. Chipped out by Canisius. We saw a very late goal in our first semifinal game in the second period, albeit on the power play in that one, but do we see one here? RIT looking to get back within a goal, under 40 left. Do the D reversal to Collins. Just flip it out. Got through everyone, no icing here. Peterson's got to hustle back on it. He's able to fire it back out. DePerdina leads it to Lakomsky. His shot gloved down. Just 15 left. Time for one more rush for RIT, but they give the puck away. DePerdina will get it deep with 10. Knocked down, that's by a high stick with 8 seconds exactly left on the clock. See exactly where they put the face-off here. Can be semi-important. Obviously stay in the neutral zone, it looks like, just outside the RIT zone. And Hansen will take the face-off here. And now he won't. Tossed out. Viney will replace him. Viney, a big goal here in this second period, going up against Hahn at the dot. It comes back down. RIT's going to run out of time here in the second as the horn sounds. The only 2 goals in the period belong to the Golden Griffins, and they are 20 minutes. I'm sure for them will be a long 20 minutes away from meeting Rutgers in the championship game.
Yeah, strong middle period there for the Griffs as we get our closing shot of Breezy. 21 shots total for both teams as we head to second intermission. Brady, Tigers, I thought, had a strong start to the second period. That power play, they set it up really well. Although they didn't capitalize on it, they created some chances. What happened, though, is after that power play, shift after shift, second shift after, they still had their foot on the gas a little bit, but it turned out Canisius was pressing just a little bit harder, and that helped them put the game back in their momentum, back on their side of things. As we saw, they go on the power play, they get a 5-on-3 chance. Doesn't lead to a goal, but eventually they keep working, they keep digging at it, hacking at it. They find that third, they find that fourth. Jagger North, his second of the night. And it really seemed after that fourth goal, Canisius just had a boatload of confidence. They seemed like they really were playing with a lot of energy, a lot of focus. They're not deviating from their game plan, as you see. And I think for this third period, the Tigers are going to have to find another gear if they want to battle back and secure victory tonight.
I agree. After that insurance goal, the Tigers had some looks, but overall Canisius wasn't really allowing them to really get back into the game as far as taking over, multiple shifts in a row, creating some momentum for themselves. That's something they're going to have to do in the third period. We saw Rutgers get a comeback victory. They were only down 1 going into the third, but they got that big comeback to punch their ticket. Can the Tigers do the same, or will Canisius hold on? Travis mentioned North got his second of the game. That's the insurance tally. The go-ahead goal from Alex Viney has Canisius in front 4-2. We'll be back after the ice cut for the third period here for the NECHL semifinal playoffs here on LI Sports Network.
Canisius don't need goals. They just got to play strong structural hockey to hold on to this one and punch that ticket to tomorrow's championship game.
Good start for RIT. Got a decent look at the net, but a stick save from LaPierre. Back the other way, it was covered, and offensive zone face-off for Canisius. And Jagger North's line is out there. He's got 2 goals. He got the opening goal. He's got the latest goal in the hockey game, as that one's a stick save. Only 2 goals of the second scored by the Golden Griffins. North got the insurance tally, as I just mentioned, but the go-ahead goal right now belongs to Alex Viney. Winner will play Rutgers tomorrow in the championship matchup.
We're guaranteed a new champion here in the NECHL in 2025-2026. Canisius want to get back to the championship game. Rutgers made it there today, beating Farmingdale after losing in the semis last season.
And Rutgers got it done in comeback fashion. They were down by a goal to start period 3, and that one 2-1. RIT down 2 here. Can Canisius hang on for victory? RIT back in. It's steered deep here. Back on it is Viney after Infante got it in. Turned over though, a tough backhand try. High standing save there. Backed up against his own crossbar was LaPierre.
Yeah, not bad from Tommy Peterson there. Good pinch. Keeps the puck in the zone and sees a lane to take it. Like you said, just floats a backhander. Not the best of angles, but forced LaPierre to make a difficult save.
Up the boards, not out. RIT passing down low, but it's intercepted. Tic-tac-toe there, but Collins got the toe pass and intercepted it, brings it back the other way for the Griffins. Nice deke there by Goodwin, nearly got through for an opportunity. Conti will hold it in and get it deep. 2 minutes gone here in period 3. Conti, quick cutback at the red line, telegraphed that pass, so great read there by Peterson. That one played by the high stick of Conti. He is the next one to touch it. Face-off will come back down near LaPierre.
Fetty Wap on the scoreboard, Brady.
17 minutes, 38 seconds left in the third period. For those that may have not understood the reference. Gabe loved the reference. Now it's RIT with the high flip, glove down by Lekomsky.
Well, Fetty Wap took over in like 2014, 2015. A lot of these players were probably in like elementary school back then though, so they might not remember the glory days.
Canisius back in, shot deflects, getting a piece of it is Ruffner, the goalie for RIT, who has made some big saves throughout this hockey game that has added up to his team being in it. As both these teams have kind of traded momentum on and off throughout the first, but it was Canisius that got those 2 goals in the second and have not allowed RIT to really sustain anything. Nice move there, but the shot was defended nicely on the try from Rivet.
Yeah, it was good mitts right there on the zone entry, but couldn't get the shot through.
Backdoor feed off the outside of the cage. What a pass!
Unbelievable look from Lekowski as he goes off for a change.
Canisius going to work in the O-zone. An opportunity came for Viney, who's already got the go-ahead goal in the hockey game. RIT under siege here, trying to send it back the other way. Instead, they're going to go to the kill here. As just ahead of the play, it's going to be Tobin.
Yeah, Shane Tobin, he was stretching the ice, trying to receive that breakout pass. Never got to him. He laid a huge check, but the puck was nowhere near the play. He goes to the box, 2 for interference. Canisius back on the power play.
And down 2. This is a must-kill here for RIT. Their defense, special teams, goaltending gonna have to be perfect here the rest of the way to give themselves a chance. And we'll see, still 16 minutes left, down 2. But how aggressive they could get on the penalty kill if an opportunity arises. But first, Canisius has the puck. It's Viney who walks the line. Wrist shot, getting a piece of that one with the waffle board was Ruffner.
Tigers need Ruffner to be their best penalty killer here.
Conti up top to Viney. Goes across to North. Viney, one-timer, didn't get a hold on it. It goes wide. Wicks behind the goal to Viney. Settled by North off the boards. Fires it around. Wicks waiting for it. Chips it ahead to Viney. Taken away by RIT, and they're just able to clear it out just about halfway through this power play. Conti back in to the circle. Cuts back. Plays catch with Viney. Ella Wicks tries to snap it through, got it to North, but it popped off his stick, comes back out. RIT looking to push it back the other way. A nice move there to try and create something at least from Girolamo. And now he goes in on the forecheck. Delivers a hit on Viney, and Viney came back at him, and he's gonna go back to the penalty box. It's a roughing call. That'll negate the final 35 seconds of the Canisius power play, and RIT an opportunity now.
Let's go to 4-on-4 hockey, Brady. Some open ice for these two squads. A little over 5 minutes gone by here in the third period. Still a 2-goal lead for the Griffins over the Tigers. Some open ice. Can RIT try to take advantage? Use a bit of that freedom.
Josh Viney, number 4, will be the one to sit. Look out here, take away, and shorthanded look, perhaps Goodwin fall off by Joshua Ruffner. Good look here on the 4-on-4 as RIT set to go to the power play, but it's Canisius right now looking to take advantage of the lower numbers, even strength action, but it's taken away by RIT. Out of the box comes Tobin. It's now a power play for another minute 20 for the Tigers. It's Canisius with possession here behind the goal, though, taken away, and now RIT could set up, but it comes back out. Got through Hahn, and then he tried to stretch it ahead to his teammate and hit his own defenseman.
Yeah, first got to make sure you hold that puck in.
That was a dangerous pass there, but Canisius able to get it out.
Possession time is going to be so critical for the Tigers here through the rest of this game. Again, 13:30. In theory, it's a lot of hockey left. It's going to tick slow for Canisius. It's going to tick really, really fast for the Tigers.
At the half wall, Hahn, he's got 1 goal, a redirection. That came on the power play back in the first that gave his team their only lead of the game. Great keep there by Perfidio. Can RIT finally settle up? They'll settle things here, but just 20 seconds to work with. Girolamo to the circle, tried to throw one towards the goal, blocked and backhanded down the ice. And just a few seconds left, time for one last rush here for RIT as the final seconds tick off.
Yeah, Viney already 1 foot over the wall, getting ready to return. And 5-on-5 hockey. 12:43 left in regulation.
RIT sees that abbreviated power play come and go. And Canisius survives that sequence of less than 5 of 5 as that shot goes wide from Lekomsky. Comes around Okulowicz, steps up, just fires it back down where it came from. Pops out towards the front, jammed wide. That puck took a funny bounce, and Hansen was tied up as he tried to stuff that one home.
Great attempt. Hansen was looking for his second one right there. He's had a solid game for the Griffins.
This is Okulowicz back on it. Glove down at the red line, and back in comes Conti. As a teammate driving to the goal, pad save there by Ruffner, and the rebound chopped over the net. Centering pass pops out to French. DiPerdina loads up a slapper, misses. Comes around, another try goes wide from Riddell. Big collision there in the corner. DiPerdina threw his arm up, but he's wearing the blue and gold stripes, not the black and white. So this will stay 5-on-5, although some more pushing and shoving in the corner. And the rest will keep their arms down once again. That took a funny redirection, though it was offside with 11:13 left.
Yeah, it was Conte and Zdanov just wrapped up with each other off in the corner for an extended period of time. And due to the offside and the nature of that offside, the faceoff is going to come all the way down into the Canisius zone.
Pops out to the slot, taken here by the Golden Griffins. Shot from the blue line, gloved and held by Joshua Ruffner. They'll get the stoppage on the try from Patrick Pagano. Time starting to bleed down. Winner goes to play Rutgers. Loser's season will come to an end tonight here on southwestern Long Island in Long Beach as Ruffner gets another whistle.
We're in the California of New York, Brady. That's where we are.
The LA, San Diego area, I suppose. As this one's thrown in, Collins back on it. Hammers it around to Lakomsky. Held in by RIT. Collins back on it again. Back out. Fired in by RIT, and we're kind of seeing the same as the second period. Not a whole lot sustained here from RIT as Rivet shot gloved and held. Just about halfway through the period here, Travis. We're going to see them start to take more chances, I would assume, fairly soon here, down 2.
Yep, RIT is going to start taking risks. I'd say within the next 2-3 minutes, we're going to start to see a defenseman join the rush a little bit more. We might see the wingers fly the zone maybe a second or two early. Just try to create some odd man rushes, anything to generate some more scoring chances than what you've gotten so far in this third period. From about the 7-minute mark of period 2 on, it's really been all Canisius in this one.
High flip, grazes the ceiling, just stayed in play. It appeared, and it might turn into something for Canisius. The drive from Wicks, he lost the handle just as he got to the crease. Centering pass blocked. A flip pass that scraped the sky there and nearly ended up in the back of the net. Instead, back in onside, come RIT. It was a close call there at the line. Won't matter now. Lakomsky back on it. He's under pressure here. Another solid forecheck is getting in on it. The defenseman, Tommy Peterson. Flipped out, Zdanov. Ahead, Alex Wanner. Cuts back by himself. Glances off the stick of LaPierre. Canisius, big hit there delivered. That time it was Caleb May with the check as it comes out. Past the halfway point of the third. In fact, a full minute past it. 9 minutes remaining. Here in regulation time, it's a 4-2 lead for Canisius. Can they tack on? White flips it down to the corner, heads in after it. Kept alive by Grayson Pody of RIT. And that one hits the loose stick of White. That allows his team to come back in. It's Goodwin. Goodwin to the slot on the backhand. Curls back out high. Back to the forehand now. Good work by Goodwin as he threw it right through the slot.
Going for a dance there.
Lakomsky will send it right back around to him. London Goodwin from Buffalo, New York, wraps it around the boards. Lakomsky steps up, comes back to French. French looking for a redirection to the side of the goal from Conti. He couldn't reach it. Kulowitz held it in, but a diving play from Wanner got it out. And the forwards of RIT trying to sneak in a change that allows Canisius to come back in, and a big couple of saves there from the goaltender, Ruffner.
Gotta be blunt, Brady. That was a brutal change right there. They just got saved by their netminder big time.
They get their defense off here just in time for another rush by Canisius. Conti's shot snuck through where it was stopped once again by Ruffner. Their giveaway, it ends up being a giveaway. Goodwin trying to deke through. Great defensive play there. It was Myron St. George. And here you go, a forward trying to leak through. It's Tobin. Gets to it in the corner. Teammates going to the goal. Backhand try, didn't make it there. It goes to the corner. Tobin had his pass that didn't get it through. Fired back out by Canisius. And skated into here by Rivet. By himself, loads up a wrister, glove save.
Have another look. Hard hit on the wall leads to this breakout and a one-on-one look. And Rivers had a couple of chances today. Hasn't been able to find the back of the net just yet.
RIT in, this is offside, and this will also, it appears, be a penalty on the play as there's a big hit just inside the blue line. I believe there's a lot of confusion. I believe we have a Golden Griffin down just inside the blue lines. You see Rivet there hunched over. And then going to the box, it looks like it's going to be Dryden Hahn.
Yeah, Dr. Jeff getting escorted out onto the ice now.
Referees will come together here to discuss the nature of the penalty, and I couldn't quite see who it was that went down on the hit. .650 left here in the third, and that's certainly not that they seemingly have much going, but there's a momentum killer for RIT to take that penalty, getting back to his feet and being helped off the ice by his teammates. That is Josh Viney. And it looks like his night, unfortunately, could be over. His teammate looked like it was gonna help him to the locker room. He chooses to go back to the bench. He might try and stick this one out, depending on the nature.
Yeah, Dr. Jeff Pop, he'll take a look at it.
Another thing, though, is also the penalty here upcoming. Canisius to the power play. 6:50 left, and the question is, for how long? If it's anything more than 2, it's going to be a power play for Canisius. There's only 2 up on the board. I was going to say it would be a power play for the majority of regulation for Canisius, ahead by 2.
Yeah, 6:50 left here. Obviously, RIT got to push. If they want to tie this one up, you got to score 1 before we can get the second. Doesn't help going down on the penalty kill right now. It especially won't help if Canisius find a way to score a power play goal during this sequence.
A goal here for the Golden Griffins could be the dagger. RIT gonna need a massive kill here. Maybe even a short-handed goal, although they'll still have some time if they're able to kill it. Well, it comes right in front for a backhand try right off the face-off. That was stopped and gloved and held 5 seconds into the power play.
I really like the game that Josh Akulowicz has had tonight. Not blowing you away. I don't think he's on the score sheet at all tonight, but he's done the little things the right way. He's played a solid game for the Griffins throughout this contest.
Tied up, RIT, perhaps looking for a short-handed look. Girolamo in as a trailer, but he was wrestled off the puck. Fired back down. White from his own blue line, full ahead of steam, takes it wide, leaves it to a vacant left point, and RIT off and running short-handed again. Girolamo outside shot, knocked down off the cuff of the glove there of the goalie LaPierre and into his paraphernalia, but he's able to keep it out.
Not easy to handle for the Canisius Tendy. Important on a shot like that where you don't exactly know where the puck ended up, that you keep it tight to the body, you don't spew it out into a dangerous area.
So defensive zone face-off for Canisius on the power play. They get the win. More aggressive pressure here from RIT's forecheck, but it comes over to Conti. Takes it for a stroll, now up to DiPerdina. 6 minutes to go. Pass taken and fired down the ice by RIT as it was unable to be settled there by Viney. Alex Viney, that is, number 20. Halfway through the power play for Canisius. Nice move, inside out, forehand off the post from Wicks. Rebound still there, backdoor feed, unable to be settled by Viney. What a look that was for Canisius. North down low. Wicks to Viney. To North. Rister blocked down, no one can find the rebound. Conti gets on it. DiPerdina loads up a Rister, blocked. Number 6 with the block on the shot from number 6. DiPerdina getting down in front of it, Colin Heinz. Final seconds of the power play, and RIT a couple big saves and blocks, keeping themselves in the hockey game. Last rush on the man advantage with 5, but it's offside. That'll just about take care of the power play.
We're gonna get another look at that opportunity for Canisius. Great zone entry here, inside out fake, see you later, quick snapper, center iron. Nothing for Liam Wicks, but a golden opportunity right there. And just about 2-3 inches away from a 5-2 hockey game.
Back out onto the ice is Hahn. Under 5 minutes remaining in regulation. Huge kill for RIT. Canisius leads it 4-2. Goodwin in towards the slot. Can he get a shot away? Cannot. A steal, and RIT off and running the other way. This is Hahn. Looking for a rat pass in front there, but he lost the handle. Took the puck away again. Down the slot. Lets one go. Blocker save LaPierre. Can RIT generate something? A tough angle try was stopped.
Good job, LaPierre there. It's been a strong shift for Hahn.
Icing against Canisius.
Zadonov just got there in time, too, as we had to look at that save from LaPierre. Comes back around out of the corner, and again, just pinballs a little bit before it's touched back down, and Hahn fires one that once again LaPierre keeps out.
Dryden Hahn out of the box. Parker Hahn already with a goal tonight with the opportunities. RIT, another try off the face-off. Off a skate, thrown towards the front, bouncing puck knocked on a play by the stick of LaPierre.
Four minutes. That's all Canisius has to do is hold on for 4 minutes. And they're playing for a trophy tomorrow, Brady.
Shot blocked there, thrown back door and fired wide, and slamming his stick down. He knew he had an opportunity. Luke Perfido there.
Yeah, Perfidio, so close. Looking for his second of the game, Brady. And that was, I think, the best opportunity that RIT has had since the middle of the second period.
Starting to generate a little bit here on these last 2 shifts. Cleared out by Canisius. Glove down in neutral ice, played back in. Now Pagano, though, able to jam it back out. Puck deflected, look out of play into the stands.
Breezy's on it.
Let the kid get it, let the kid get it.
Breezy was there first.
Face off at center ice. One forward by Hahn, throws it across. Hahn to Hahn, backhanded on goal. Covered by LaPierre. And I believe we're going to get a timeout call here with 3:11 left. So the Tigers starting to generate some offense in these last few shifts.
Brady, they're certainly gaining some momentum, but you gotta wonder, is it too late now? They still gotta score 2, 3:11 on the board. You gotta be looking right off this face-off for a quick shot. Similar to what I said earlier in the Farmingdale-Rutgers game. You need this first one as quick as possible to give yourself as much time as you can to find that tying tally.
Saw that similar situation, like you said, with Farmingdale. They got one, and they still had a bit of time, just under a minute, for that tying goal. And Rutgers iced it about 1 million times before Farmingdale ran out of time. Rutgers was able to hold on. 3:11 left, the net will be empty. Joshua Ruffner is on the bench. 6 on 5 for RIT, trailing 4-2 with 3:11 left. Going forward with it is Hahn, but Canisius emerges and they'll get the clear. And stumbling down was the captain, Peterson.
The net is empty for the Tigers here, Brady.
And now North at the red line. Off the glove of Girolamo, and that's a hand pass. 2:51 left.
Ruffner gonna go back into the crease as this face-off gonna be on the RIT side of the ice.
Just outside their blue line. Hammered in by Conti, didn't get it all that deep, pressed against the boards there. Was Peterson. He backhands it in. High flip, comes back out. Still in his net. Now backing up to the crease is Ruffner. Starts out to the top of the crease towards the hash marks. Tobin gets it deep to the corner. To the bench goes Ruffner. 6 on 5 again for RIT. 2.5 to go. Peterson. Locked and loaded is Hahn. Peterson, though, goes back down. Snap pass across off the boards. Hahn on it. Pressured by North. Throws it to Perfidio. Peterson. Down low. Tobin to the slot. Shot. Save made. Off the glove once again of LaPierre. Perfidio holds it in. Girolamo takes it for a stroll. Shot off the post. And they get the ref on the back end here in neutral ice. Gets the slashing call against RIT.
And Tobin's gonna go to the box, knock the stick out of the hands of Okulowicz. Get another look as Shane Girolamo rings iron off his left foot. Great screen out in front. LaPierre did not see it, and then you see on the back end that slashing call going on Tobin. Power play Canisius, and now RIT gonna have to pull the goalie just to get back to even strength.
Game of inches, Travis, so close to the tying goal, and seconds later, not even a penalty to kill. It's go time here for RIT. It's a power play for the rest of the game for Canisius. A good looking slapper from just inside the line from Perfidio is held. And back to the bench here with the offensive zone faceoff for RIT goes Ruffner with 1:44 left.
No need to panic here if you're Canisius. Stay structured. Close off the middle of the ice.
To line that out, Girolamo, wrister, block, sliding block there from French. Held in, then he got a glove on it. Plays it out, but it is a hand pass. Would have been a potential empty netter as Viney got it on the backhand.
It's a great block. Great block. Diving out in the lane, sacrificing his body. 1:34 to go. Canisius trying to hold on and set up the date with Rutgers tomorrow.
Face off to the right of Xavier LaPierre. Has not allowed a goal since the first period. Clearing attempt blocked, skitters over the line. Girolamo back on it. Under 90 left. He brings it in, takes it wide, all the way around, looking for a passing option. Perfidio shot through traffic, stopped. A look towards the empty net will miss. And will be an icing as Perfidio, valuable seconds off the clock there.
Taking his time getting back. Maybe a brief mental lapse, forgot that he had to race to the dot to earn that whistle.
1:10 left. Is in the offensive zone for face-off for RIT, and it looks like we'll get a timeout for Canisius. Up by 2. Championship game tomorrow, 2 p.m. Rutgers versus the winner, Canisius. 1:10 away from being that team. It would be a 1-versus-2 matchup. As I feel like I'm back in high school here. So we get the Kahoot music going.
I don't want to go back to high school. Can we turn this off?
Answer's triangle, Travis.
I feel like I should be studying for my U.S. history test.
Well, the players right now studying for the final 1:10 of regulation.
Put the glue down, Brady.
Last chance here for RIT. Off the face-off. North was hunting for a hat trick there, trying to bring it out, but it's held in. Jammed at the side of the goal. It's Lucifer, what a save, and then the net came off. Oh, a huge blocker save by LaPierre.
Wow. That was amazing. Great work to keep it in. Gets to the corner. A quick touch pass out front. The initial stuff shot save, and it pops out free. Trying to put it upstairs, Perfidio, and a huge blocker stop. LaPierre, just incredible.
1:01 left in the face-off outside the Canisius zone. It's jammed in. The net stayed empty for the face-off here. Still a 6-on-5. It got through Hahn, back out, final minute. Just 50 left, Girolamo. RIT gonna need one here in the next couple seconds on this zone entry. Shot fired wide. Conti jamming out, it's fired out towards the empty net. Will catch an edge and miss, but the icing's gonna be beat out by Conti. Has North in front, and it's a hat trick for Jagger North, who seals it. Canisius will head back here tomorrow to face Rutgers.
And you see the joy on the Canisius player's face for Jagger North getting the hat trick. Extremely unselfish play from Conti. First, you're going to see on the replay here, not that we have to show a replay of an empty netter, but I want to show you The speed from Conte to beat out the race, and he could have turned and just shot it on goal. Instead, he opens up all the way, hits Jagger North in the wheelhouse, who just slides it into the open net. North with his third of the night. Conte picking up the assist, as well as De Pedrina, who's been all over the score sheet tonight. Another secondary apple for him. And Canisius on the road to a well-earned victory here in Long Beach.
3 of the 4 teams today featured a hat-trick goal scorer, as North puts the finishing touches. He scored the last 2 in this hockey game. His second came all the way back in the latter stages of the second. Around it comes RIT looking for one more. It's skated out to the red line, and the Canisius Golden Griffins have booked a date with the Rutgers Scarlet Knights in the NECHL Championship game tomorrow afternoon at 2 p.m. right back here in Long Beach.
Strong game from Canisius in this one. You know, there's various moments where the Tigers were pouring it on. They were creating opportunities. They were keeping them peppered. Pucks on goal, hemmed in the defensive zone. They never wavered. They never drifted from their structure. They played a sound game. They fought through those times of desperation, I'll call it. Not really that they were desperate, but they fought through it, and it led to victory here in this one. They could have gotten down on themselves back in the first period when they went down, Brady. Instead, they got back on the horse, on the Griffin, I'll say, and they flew to victory.
The Griffins 60 minutes away from being golden, but they have the 1 seed Scarlet Knights in their path. Travis, you'll be back here tomorrow. We already saw some big matchups between these 2 teams throughout the season. We went through the previous ones in the regular season. We've, of course, seen how these 2 teams have played their semifinal games today. For the audience here, what can we expect tomorrow between Rutgers and Canisius?
I mean, for these 2 teams that have made it to the finals, they earned it today in the semis. Rutgers against Farmingdale, Canisius here against RIT. It'll be the 3rd meeting between Canisius and Rutgers, but tomorrow they're playing for a trophy. Canisius took the 2 wins in the regular season, as we talked about. First game in overtime, second one with a little bit more oomph. Had a 3-goal victory in the second meeting between those 2 sides. So I expect Rutgers to be hungry. They're going to want to get that lick back. They're going to want to get a win over Canisius. When you're a Canisius side that made an 8-hour bus trip down here to Long Island, you've got one goal in mind, and that's lifting the trophy above your head at the end of the weekend. I'm sure that they're going to take their prior success against Rutgers in the regular season, but they're not going to hang their hat on it. They're going to take what they can from those games, bring it into tomorrow, probably take some adjustments from this game against RIT. The same thing Rutgers is going to do. They're going to learn some things from their game against Farmingdale earlier. They're going to take some things from their regular season's matchup with the Griffins, and I expect 60 minutes of fast-paced, hard-hitting, intense hockey tomorrow, and you are going to have to be here either in the building or with us on YouTube to see who is going to lift the trophy, because you're not going to be able to predict who wins it. It could be either side. It's a real 50-50 test between Rutgers and Canisius tomorrow.
Sounds like a whole lot of fun. Championship Sunday tomorrow on LI Sports Network in the ACHA. But that'll do it for our coverage for the semifinal round here in Long Beach. For Sam Musnick on board, Paul Trentini on camera, our producer Gabe Takuri, Travis Quigley with me on color, I'm Brady Campbell, and shout out to Breezy holding down his fort as per usual. It was a 4-3 win for Rutgers over Farmingdale in the first semifinal. The final score of this one, the Canisius University Golden Griffins 5. And the Rochester Institute of Technology 2. You've been tuned in to the NECHL semifinal round of the 25-26 playoffs here on LI Sports Network. Have a great night. We'll see you back here tomorrow at 2 p.m.